everyone, today's video is going to be about TV shows that I am looking forward to watching in 2016. Some of these are shows that are returning and some of these are brand new shows that I haven't seen before. Let's start with things that are on this month, that's February. So firstly, we've got the fourth and final series of Fresh Meat coming back this month to Channel 4. I've really loved all of Fresh Meat. I love all of the characters. And I'm looking forward to seeing how they finish up, you know, what happens to them, do they all graduate, do they go off, do their couples get back together, that sort of stuff. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. Still on the comedy side, we've also got series 5 of Girls coming back this month. I have to say I've kind of fallen out of love with Girls as it's gone on. Like I really liked it when it first came out, and then as it's gone on I feel like I've enjoyed it less. I'll still watch it, but I'm not like really excited about it coming back. Something else coming back in February is the second series of Better Call Saul, which will be on Netflix this month. I really liked the first series, and I feel like I was a bit disappointed by the finale because I didn't feel like it felt like a finale, like it sort of just felt like the end of a regular episode. But then in a positive sense, that kind of felt like, oh, they're definitely going to do a second series because there's so much more that still has to happen. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens to old Jimmy in the second series. And also coming back in February, we've got the second part of series 6 of The Walking Dead. I have been enjoying this so much recently. Like the last series, or the first half of series 6 was so good. I really enjoyed it. I feel like A Walking Dead started off amazingly, in the middle it sort of lost its way a little bit, but then recently it's really been so good. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in the second half of series 6. Coming early this year, I don't think there's a firm date yet, is the second series of The Tunnel on Sky Atlantic. And if you didn't see the first series, this was a remake of The Bridge, which is the Danish-Swedish drama, which is about a body being found exactly halfway on the bridge between like Malmo and Copenhagen. So the UK remake was the same kind of thing, but it was about a body being found halfway between the Eurotunnel between France and the UK. And yeah, I really enjoyed this. I loved The Bridge, and the UK one, you know, was kind of like the first series was pretty much an exact retelling. I think there were some slight changes, but it was pretty much the same as the first series. The second series of The Bridge was quite interesting. It was a different sort of storyline, so I don't know what the second series of The Tunnel is doing. I don't know if they're doing very similar to that or if it's something different. I haven't really read a lot about it because I didn't want to kind of ruin it for me, but I'm looking forward to that coming back because I enjoyed it. And Stannis from Game of Thrones is like the main male character in it, and yeah, I just really enjoy him as an actor. I think he's great. And Clemens Posey is the female character, and I also really love her as an actor, so I'm looking forward to watching that. Or in springtime, we've got a new series starting on Fox called Outcast, and this has got Philip Glenister in it. It's about like it's kind of like a supernatural type story about like a young guy who has been like haunted by demons all his life, and then he meets this preacher played by Philip Glenister, and yeah, it just I haven't read a huge amount about it again because I don't really want it to be spoiled too much, but it sounds quite cool, sounds quite creepy. I read some things that have said that it's you know, got kind of American Horror Story vibes to it, and I love American Horror Story, so this sounds quite cool. So that's coming in springtime 2016. In April, we've got Game of Thrones coming back, which I'm so excited about. It comes like an annual event, doesn't it, when Game of Thrones comes back? And I saw that there's been like teaser pictures and put out on the Sky Atlantic Twitter feed this week. And yeah, like I think I've watched one trailer, but that was quite a while ago. That was the first one where it was like, oh, Jon Snow, like he's in this trailer. But I haven't watched anything since then. I don't really want to. Again, I feel like they release too much. I know like people are desperate to see things, but I would rather just watch it and not be like, oh yeah, that's the whole 5-minute segment that I saw in the trailer. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that coming back in April. Moving into summertime, so in June we've got series 4 of Orange is the New Black coming to Netflix. I'm looking forward to watching that. Again, similar to Girls, I really loved like the first series. I really liked the second as well. Third was a bit like hit and miss. I watched it all, but I binge watched it over a couple of days, but it was really just like on in the background while I was doing other stuff. I wasn't that like engrossed in it. So I hope that for the fourth series they kind of pick things up a bit, because it is a really good show, and I love like that it's so like female centric and there's loads of really great characters in it. And yeah, I just hope that series 4 is better than series 3. A couple of things that don't really have set dates yet that they're going to be coming out this year. We've got Netflix have bought Black Mirror, which is Charlie Brooker's kind of, would you call it like an anthology series? You know, it's kind of, he does one-off shows. I can't remember exactly how many, but when I heard how many it was, I was like, wow, that's quite a lot, because, you know, Black Mirror hasn't been a really regular thing. It's been like they've done sort of, I don't know, is it like 4 or 5 or something? So I kind of hope that because there's so many coming, I hope it doesn't like reduce the quality of them. But I'm sure, you know, I kind of love everything Charlie Brooker does, so I'm sure if he's involved, then they will still be great. But I don't know when they're coming out, but I think it's some point in 2016. Another thing coming to Netflix this year is a new show called Stranger Things, which sounds quite cool. It's got Winona Ryder in it. It's a supernatural show about a woman whose son goes missing, and it just sounds quite interesting. And yeah, I've not seen Winona Ryder in anything for a very long time, so that'll be quite interesting. Another couple of things coming back for third series this year. We've got third series of Broadchurch. You might know that I did weekly reviews of Broadchurch series 2 on this channel. I don't know if I will do the same thing for series 3. Because the reason I did it for series 2 is because like series 1 had been, like I didn't watch it when it came out. I ended up watching it like months later after everyone else had talked about it and after I already knew what the twist was. But it was one of those shows where like everyone seemed to be talking about it every week, and I was like, you know what, I want to like kind of, if I want to watch it when it comes on, and if it's as engaging as that first series was, then it's going to be something that I want to talk about every week. So I thought I will do weekly videos. And then series 2 turned out to be not as good as series 1. It didn't have like that I need to talk about it as soon as it's finished type vibe. I still enjoyed it, which you will see if you watch those videos, but it wasn't like what I was kind of expecting my video series for that to be. So I don't know if I will do it for series 3. Another thing coming back for our third series is Line of Duty, which is BBC One drama. Blair and I love Line of Duty. There's been different central characters in the 2 series we've had so far, although I think series 3 we've got Keely Hawes in it again. So she was like the main character in series 2, and it looks like she's coming back for series 3. First series was Lenny James, who's now in The Walking Dead, and it's always basically about like it's like a police-based drama, but it's always about like a police officer who's kind of walking that line. You know, are they corrupt? Are they not corrupt? Where do you cross that line when it comes to like getting involved in cases and stuff? And they're just really, really gripping. So I'm looking forward to the third series of that. And actually, on the Line of Duty lines, the team that produced that are doing a new show for BBC One this year called The Secret Agent, which is about a Russian secret agent who is in the UK kind of watching this London gang, and that sounds quite cool. I don't remember who the main actor is that's in it, but it's got Vicky McClure as the Russian spy's wife. Sorry if I'm sitting in a different position now. I had to move to get my phone to remind myself of what the show was. So finally we have another BBC One drama. This is called Undercover. Again, I don't know when this is coming this year, but it's some point in 2016. I think they're starting filming it in the summer, so it'll probably be late 2016. So it's about a woman who's a lawyer and she suspects that her policeman husband is cheating on her. It stars Sophia Kendo, who, I can't remember what else she's been in, but you'll recognise her. You'll have seen her in stuff before. This sounds quite like Dr. Foster. Yeah, we loved Dr. Foster. Again, we didn't watch it when it was on because we didn't think it sounded like it was going to be great. And then as soon as like it started, we heard people talk about it, I was like, oh, actually this sounds really good. So I bought it for Blair for Christmas on DVD, and we watched it over like the Christmas and New Year holidays, and it was so good. And that kind of, it sounds like it's going to have that sort of vibe where, you know, like she suspects her husband's cheating. So yeah, I'm looking forward to watching that. So yeah, that is the TV shows that I'm looking forward to watching this year. Are there any there that you hadn't heard of before? Let me know in the comments. Or also, is there anything that you think I've missed that you're really looking forward to this year? Let me know. I'm going to do more TV related videos this year, so if you like that sort of stuff, make sure you're subscribed. And yeah, I will see you in my next video. Bye!